Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Quarbit, and I will be your host today for Europa Universalis 4, as we head into episode, I believe we're sitting at 29 of our Kirishitan Japan run. I'm bound to forget what number we're sitting at, bulk recording and things like that. But I think I got that one right last time. We were looking a little bit at Europe, suppressing some rebels, maybe looking at expansion as, Ming collapses under its own weight. And, getting rather impressed by the fact that Sardinia is trying to carve out their own empire. We might still see the chance of an Italy forming here if Sardinia really pulls it off. Maybe, grabs Piedmont over here and does a little bit of something special, forming some toothpaste, if you know what I'm saying. But we were going to we're going to grab our last ability for the Age of Reformation here. We might see it be Religious Wars. That sounds like a great thing to grab. I mean, honestly, it's less about taking more stuff, but it's also more about taking like more golds, more war reps or something like that, than it is to anyway, than it is to take more provinces, because we can't afford to take many provinces. You guys are seeing this too, right? Like, I'm not going insane. This is Hadramutz, who is colonizing. Yeah, they have an ambition to colonize. Gee, okay, that's really fascinating. I was like, oh yeah, it's just Portugal making their way over, like they usually do. I didn't even notice this was a slightly off shade of green than Portugal's. I have so many questions. None of them can probably be answered. But wow, okay, that's never thought I would see the day, but that's really kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. That's piqued my interest, so to speak. Let me also look at those. That's fine. Don't need those, don't need those. I could take this. I need that, actually. Any other debuffs I should know about? No? Okay. I'll give the merchant guilds something to make them happy. And to make me happy, because I want more trade. I mean, I could really... I don't need more of Gideon, actually. Like, we're moving a good lot of it down the road, so I don't need more of it. I should give them another center of trade, which might end up being Gyeongju, unless I've already done that. I have already done that. Okay. I haven't given them this though, which would be fine, because that's a relatively new one. Have I given them that? Yes, I have. Okay. Anything else that I could maybe give them? I'm assuming not much. Oh no, I can give them some stuff. Not much, but something. Looks like the minimum I can give them is 2.4, which is fine. There you go, merchants. Have some fun. I'm gonna ask for some money. Thank you very much. We're gonna do some good stuff like with this, like upgrading these, which I should have done a while ago. Just casually getting more money in all these areas. And I should get like a world port going here. Now I think Suo is actually the largest trade spot I have in my entire empire. I feel like they are deserving of a world port, so there you go. And global trade hasn't actually spawned yet, but I imagine maybe it would be a good idea to have, all my, have ports, like good global world ports and stuff like that. I feel like, can we do that to all of these? I know there's a limit, I'm just not quite sure which one it is. World ports, it might be something different. I feel like world ports depends on stuff mostly like Maybe it's not 1 per trade node, is it? I don't think it is. You're at 22.4, 23, 38. I really wish you were an actual thing. 25. I might put one in Gyeongshu, or sorry, that's not how you pronounce that. Gyeongshu, probably. So we'll do that. So do I know I have a limit. I'm just not sure how many I get here. Maybe I'll just keep upgrading them until I run out. You know, that's not a bad idea. It's just not a very good one, to be honest. But no, having more trade means you can pull from traders downstream more, which is it's good. It's not bad. Like, you know, I might as well build a whole bunch of them. See how that goes. Maybe I'll get a significantly higher value in here because, yeah, that's an extra 2 ducats. And I went up to 92% of the trade in there, which is nice. So I got 61 ducats from trade instead of, I think that was 58 before. It's not bad. Nippon is still not the highest value trade node, which kind of sucks, but oh well. Maybe I can upgrade it for Mexico as well, because Mexico could use more trade here, you know? They could use a little bit of TLC, get some extra trade. They aren't using their estates on here though. I can't change that for them. All I can do is upgrade their trade. Which, I don't know, does that make them happy? Nah, it doesn't make them that much happier. Which actually doesn't make them happy at all, but, you know, they're just being ungrateful. But anyway. Anywho. Lots of buildings are being made, the missionary's hard at work. We could put down the other missionary. Instead of bond. Ooh, global trade, of course it doesn't spawn in my country, but global trade's one of the really easy ones to spawn. I mean, look at all these provinces. Feudalism, we don't talk about that one because that one's a basic one. Renaissance, you know, comes out of only Italy. You sort of gotta wait for it to spread to you unless you have a solid capital in Europe. Colonialism can be gained by anyone, you know, assuming you've done the right steps. Printing press can only spawn, you know, in Europe, or if you manage to convert to something else, you know, it can be done. And of course there's global trade, which is the beginning of the really easy ones. Manufactories, of course, is also one of the really easy ones to get. And then Enlightenment is, you know, it's so-so. All you need is universities everywhere, and then you can get the Enlightenment. Ooh. Okay. That's just a random event, I guess. Nothing too particular, I don't think. Okay, that kind of sucks, but oh well. Province trade in, or, you know, unrest in Pyongyang? Yeah, over here. Oh, right, because I'm converting, of course. Immoral prices. Okay. Immoral prices. That's a lot of peasants. Don't really want to deal with those. Gains influence and loyalty. The merchant guilds aren't going to rebel on me, right? Yeah, no, they shouldn't. Yeah, they probably won't. Say probably kind of cautiously, but, yeah, no, they probably won't. Also, I can spend my Diplo on mercantilism. Also, I don't know where this went from like 10% to like 47%. I don't know how that happened. A little bit odd, but yeah, it actually is that true value. That's, you know, we're making a lot off trade, to be honest. But yeah, these ports that we've given our subjects and ourselves should really give us a higher trade value. Although we didn't spawn global trade, that's still fine. Like, that's okay. We've gotten so many trading bonuses. You know, this wasn't a center of trade. Now it is. This was nothing before, but now it's nice. You know, got some good trade going on. I mean, yeah, getting 2 a month. Capital's only getting 0.3 a month. But in areas especially like this, like look at this. The province trade value is at least 45. It's 113. Like, damn, Suo is like probably the highest trade value province in the world. Lose money, gain innovativeness, and yearly prestige, which I don't need, but I'll take anyway. Like, thank you very much. Or loyalty and a temple. Peacetime debt it is. You know, that's fine. That's okay. I can pay it back super easy. All I need is to get the treasure fleet from Mexico, and I can probably pay it back super easy. No problemo. But yeah, now the religious conflicts in Europe are disabled. So who won that? The Protestants did. Well, of course, Brandenburg is the emperor. Still wondering, maybe they're gonna take Königsberg or not. Oh. Tsunamis. Oh. Okay, I feel like this is important. Let me turn down the music a bit and read this in, I don't know, a dramatic tone or something. About the siege, I don't know. Or something interesting. We could go with peace cannot last. I don't know, sounds interesting. The Nankai Tsunami, a gigantic wave, has our southern coastline. Wow, this is literally unplayable. Like the first sentence, it just says a gigantic wave has our southern coastline instead of has hit our southern coastline. But anyway, washing away houses and destroying castles, temples, and roads. The effects of this disaster are felt along the entire Nankaido region, and will likely have great effects on the region for years to come. All that remains for us now is to restore and rebuild what was lost. We will remember the dead. Oh, that sucks. That's awful. That's unfortunate. That's a whole bunch of unfortunate, you know? Southern coastline, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 provinces are suffering. Jeez, we're gonna see the smoke slowly rise out of, yeah, over here. Mexico. I don't really want to give them more liberty desire. Oh, and Ming's now in a civil war. Yeah, you guys are just having a great time, aren't you, Ming? So glad I did that war. So glad that finally worked out. Mongolia is gonna pop out. It looks like they're gonna have another nation over here. Oh, okay, right as I said that, she just popped out. Oh. Ooh, heavy breathing. War, instantly. No exceptions, you know, I'm sorry, this is the way it is. That was the fastest war I've ever declared. I already have the claim, you know. I'm sorry, I had to do it. You know I had to do it. There were no options, you know. The moment they existed, peace was not an option, so, you know, sometimes it really do be like that. Yeah, so that's unfortunate, but you know, it's the way the world works, chi. So I'm sorry it had to happen this way, but it's just business. I need the land, you know, to invade the rest of China. Hope you understand. Nothing personnel, kid. If you know what I'm saying. I'll get rid of these guys, and then I'll wrap back around and help out Lei Zhao. I also want to make sure I'm actually recording, because I would be a little bit of an idiot if I wasn't. Hey, we're good. Great. But, yep. There we go. That's it. It's just the way the curtain falls. Gotta take this stuff. Ooh. A Lady Regency for our very, very average heir. Okay. I almost forgot for a minute that we got rid of that trash heir. And I was a little bit upset, but no, we're cool. We're fine. We got rid of him. That's a little bit of upsetness. Upsetness, that's not a word. That's a little bit of a coalition. But that's fine. Coalition is nothing compared to having the chance to get a foothold on mainland China. There we go. There we go. Over here. Oh yeah, just a little bit of native uprisings. Also, this area would make a really, really nice state, wouldn't it? Like, this is a really, really nice area. Okay, yeah, that's like 85 development. I'm definitely making West Java into a state. Unfortunately, we can't entirely core it all, but hopefully we can convert a little faster. That we can. That we can indeed. And I remember how a few minutes ago, like in real life, a few minutes ago, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, I'm not gonna really do invasions. I lied. I'm spending admin like a madman, you know. I could take the rest of Korea right now, which would involve a war with China, but it looks like they're not having a good time. I don't know why they'd accept that call to arms, but they would, I guess. I don't know. An advisor died. You guys are having a civil war. Seems like everyone's just dying at this point. Discipline for 13 ducats a month. Well, that's all I'm making. So I think I'll take the morale of armies. You are Hindu Javanese. Okay. Haiji, that is done. Yeah, but oh no, Ming wouldn't accept it at this point. Oh, it scratches like an itch, you know? Like I just have to do it. No, I have to take the rest of it. I have to take the rest of Korea or else my soul will not rest. I might have to do it. Not right now, but you know, soon-ish. Now I have colonialism against Portugal, which is something I like to hear. Well, I thought I would like to hear, but they're mass colonizing Australia, which, that's just uncomfortable. Like, I don't know what to say to that. That's just weird. Okay, you do you. I'm gonna take it at some point. Definitely. But, for now, yeah, you do you. Take the small development areas. While I take the good coast. You know, this stuff over here. And then, I don't know, you can have this stuff, which is like, okay. You know what they should do for colonization? Have less wasteland in these areas, you know? I feel like Australia really needs an update at some point. I feel like this entire area needs an update, actually. I don't think we've seen an update for, you know, for Papua. We haven't seen an update for Australia or New Zealand or anything. New Zealand could be its own colonial nation, and I don't see why it isn't, but I really feel like it should be, honestly. Malaccan officers, I don't care about them, honestly. That's fine. But yeah, we should split Australia and New Zealand into two colonial nations. You know, there's high development in these areas. It could probably be split up a little bit to give New Zealand more states. You know, because all we have is top and bottom island like you have in Hoi, which works kind of okay for Hoi. But for EU4, we could really change some things up. You know? That development could definitely be split. Just so we could have a New Zealand colonial nation. And then Papua. Well, Papua was part of Australia for a good time, wasn't it? So we could do something about that. For the... Oh, you're fighting Ming for the mandate. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. I don't actually care. You can do that war by yourself. You're probably a little upset. Understandable. I plan on invading you at some point anyway. But they're really out here contesting Ming for the mandate itself. I mean, Ming's having a civil war. So I could see how you could pull it off. Super easy, no problem. You know, no issues here, but... yeah, interesting. These areas are definitely not stable. They're not cored yet. Once they are cored, though, that'll be great. That'll be great. Is this like a whole... oh, I'm really close to getting the whole, you know, state here. Ooh. Oh, okay, firearms. That's an incident, isn't it? The proliferation of firearms. Yep, that's the one. Okay, cool. So that decided to do its thing. So I guess it's been, you know, it's been 30 years. We decided, we have a random chance. We could have either gotten the spread of Christianity, the proliferation of firearms, the Wokuo pirates. Yeah, we had 3 options. This is the one that spawned, no problem. So what do we want here? Proliferation of firearms. I mean, I'm pretty sure we've been using them a while. Like a really long time, but we'll still see what the event has to say. With the arrival of Western traders, the first portable firearms have come into our realm. These weapons are unlike the ones used here, and they promise to revolutionize warfare should they become widespread. Acquiring enough of them is not as straightforward as it might seem, though. The muskets are in great demand among those who have seen their power, but the prospect of what they could do in the hands of our enemies or even an unruly peasant community is also disturbing. As we start to produce and instruct soldiers in the use of these arms, we will need to decide who will have access to these guns and how many we will make. Military power or army tradition? Well, army tradition is something I rather need, so I think I'll take that. Even though, for all intents and purposes, it's kind of a good idea, since we're not warring daimyos anymore, you know. We're a unified Japan that we equip our entire army with it. You know, at this point we do have imperial armies that expand outwards from Japan. You know, I think we're fine with this. Also, we can get a new rival. Vijayanagar. I'll take that. And I'll issue the embargo. And I'll have to insult someone. Which I think I was supposed to do, but I didn't do last time. So I'll insult Castile. 10 power projection, easy peasy. We have tons of prestige, so it's fine. But yeah, Sardinia's a kingdom now. Like, they're not even just a duchy. Doesn't a kingdom require 300 development, or am I, like, losing my mind? Which Sardinia very much does not have. So, I'm either losing it, or the game just spawns Sardinia as a kingdom, maybe? Probably that's it. Makes sense. We could also upgrade this guy to another world port. And we could upgrade some Mexican areas to world ports as well. Not world ports, but you know, those other areas that exist. I could also finally annex these guys. If I improve relations with them both. Also, I have a 100% spy network in Korea that I forgot I had. It was for that and for this. That's what it was for. Sundanese separatists. You guys gonna pop, or are you just gonna, like, make me anxious for the next 30 years or something? Like, come on. That is in Pack 1. Okay. Oop. I can probably accept another... Yeah, Japanese, I'll accept that, sure. That's not a problem for me. I'll do it. You guys still gonna be upset? Yeah, you are. Because your religion is Hindu, which is not the state religion, so... Lots of, heathen problems with that. She might also try and create a separatist movement, which I'm assuming would be... not successful, but, you know, rather large. Because there's a lot of development in these areas. Lots of development. Also, Beijing's being sieged down by the rebels, actually. So, yeah, Ming's just... They're pretty much dead at this point, if we, didn't already, you know, assume that. But, they're definitely gone now. Which means pretty much free annexations along the coasts here, you know? We can take Heiji, which somehow keeps bouncing back. I don't understand how they do that, but they do. We'd have to fight Yan, which, let's be honest here, I'm gonna, like, forget which ones are who. We have Shu and we have Shun, like, okay. But Yan is this one over here, which isn't that difficult to fight. We could even full annex Yan. But I'm more interested in full annexing Heiji. Because I get invaded Manchuria for that, which will give me military power, manpower recovery speed, and even more yearly prestige, dear god. Stop giving me prestige, I don't need it all. God damn it, what is this? Plus 4.61 a year? That's because I only have a decay value of minus 2.69. My decay value is like nothing. Nothing compared to the yearly increase. Yeah, so I feel like this Sundanese rebellion is... Oh, right as I said that. I was about to say it's never gonna happen.